So let's just talk about some of the examples that you've seen. Let's just delve into the areas where we've seen ransomware impacting both corporates and, as a part of it, an individual.
So see, individual impacts are there, but ransomwares are generally meant for affecting large corporations which have paying capacity.
Sure.
So it's very interesting to note that there is something called ransomware as a service, RAAS. And ransomware has evolved into a huge business model where there are affiliates, where there are people collaborating across continents. There are people who are initial access brokers. There are people who are making malware. There are people who are doing phishing campaigns for you. There are people who are negotiating for you. There are people who are finding victims for you. So it has evolved into a proper business model. There are groups which are doing this, and they have their footprints all across the world. See how generally ransomware works is that something is encrypted, and to decrypt it, the key is with the attacker.
Yeah.
So somebody is remotely encrypting your infrastructure, stopping all your functioning. You can be a bank, you can be an airline, you can be a municipality, you can be a hospital. You saw in COVID, there were hospitals where ransomware attack took place and people literally had to be moved from ventilators.
Yes.
Because everything just stopped. So more and more you digitize. Imagine we are running smart cities today. And tomorrow if there's a ransomware attack, all your systems are going to be encrypted and it's going to be halted. There hasn't been much which has been done to stop these ransomware attacks. These groups are quite resilient because nobody knows who they are. In fact, the US actually formed a global coalition against ransomware. The government of India also has a ransomware task force set up, but the threat of ransomware continues. Earlier, they were using symmetric encryption. So, there was a key. If somebody found a key, then they could share that key. Now they are using asymmetric encryption. Even if you get a key, you are not, you can't use that key to cure that infection in some other infrastructure. So it's become a global threat. Everywhere countries are fighting hard against it, but these groups remain resilient.